for coming out this afternoon. We are Occupy El Paso. My name is Mario Olivares. I'm a current student at UTEP and an Occupy El Paso activist. Occupy El Paso is a part of the larger Occupy Wall Street movement, which began in reaction to vast injustice and inequality experienced by the 99% of the population in the United States and continues to gain support throughout the world. Occupy El Paso focuses both on shared values and on issues specific to the U.S.-Mexico borderlands. We are going to start the press conference with a few personal testimonies from members of Occupy El Paso who will share how injustice and inequality has manifested itself into the lives of our people here in El Paso. Our first speaker is Eric Murillo.
Good morning, everybody. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm honoring Veterans Day by coming here and aligning myself with this movement and the movements across the world that are addressing the colonial issues that we have faced as people that are oppressed in this community. We're calling for endless wars for profit. We're calling for an end to all of these wars that are continuing to fill our streets with homeless and disabled veterans and veterans that are suffering from the scars of the profits that are earned by the people that sit in these banks and are extended through that. I am calling to recognize the veterans from all the wars, particularly Vietnam vets who have been deported, who have been ignored, and who have been left behind. And the legacy is that this is something that is possible for all the post-9/11 vets that are coming back home to find high unemployment rates, problems with law enforcement, as we had a veteran attacked in Oakland not too long ago. And what we need to talk about is the suicide rates that our veteran community is facing. We have high suicide rates. We have a lot of problems with alcoholism and drug abuse because you come back to a society that is not ready to accept you. We come back because of these wars that have caused massive damage across the world, but they are affecting our veterans here at home. So when we talk about flag waving and Veterans Day, we need to think about the veterans that are also struggling and suffering in our streets. Among the veterans that are suffering the most are veterans of color, particularly women. Their issues need to be brought to the forefront because we cannot advance veterans' issues without addressing theirs. The banks, the politicians, and the corporations are profiting while we are dying abroad and at home. This is why I am joining this movement.
Thank you, Eric. Our next speaker is Anessa Anchondo Rivera.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. Today is November 11th, and it's Veterans Day. On October 7th, we had our first meeting here in San Jacinto Plaza in solidarity with the movement on Wall Street and the protests and rallies taking place around the world. The American autumn was here, and people were coming together in solidarity in unprecedented ways. Respect for the human dignity should supersede profit margins, yet time and time again, we witness our politicians and those in power enact policies and laws that favor profit over people. I worked for a major retail store for 6 months and witnessed firsthand how profit margins were more important than the workforce.
Charlie Haddix.
My name is Charlie Haddix, and I am part of the 99%. My family and I face a daily, truly life and death struggle with the dysfunctional, profit-driven medical system in this country. When our 2 sons were diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, a chronic, debilitating, and eventually fatal medical condition at ages 2 and 4, we began a struggle that left us financially devastated and with a future that looks very bleak. In the United States, the average life expectancy of a person born with cystic fibrosis is 37.4 years. In Canada, the average life expectancy is 47.7 years. Patients with CF live 10 years longer on average in Canada because in Canada, healthcare is seen as a right and not as a privilege.
Charlie, we will now share with you a portion of our El Paso Declaration, read by Liz Furman, Gilbert Gonzalez, and Eric Murillo.
Before we start our statement, we'd like to address our issues with our permit. Occupy El Paso makes the following calls to the City of El Paso. Occupy El Paso members object to the proposal before the El Paso City Council to transfer downtown public event permit review to a private corporation dominated entity. The El Paso, Texas Downtown Management District will call on the public to make their opinion heard and to attend the City Council meeting on November 15, 2011. Occupy El Paso, which has conducted a safe and well-behaved public assembly, demands a new permit in the downtown area from the city beginning on November 13, 2011. We will move from San Jacinto Plaza, respecting its use for the holidays, but will require a responsible alternative location.
And now we're going to begin reading a condensed version of Occupy El Paso's declaration. Among Occupy El Paso's major goals include changing U.S. policies that are partly responsible for violence in Mexico, including drug money transfer through banks and transmittal houses, sale of guns and ammunition, and harmful and ineffective illegalization of drugs, ending support for militarization of Mexico via Plan Merida, improving the process and outcomes for asylum for Mexican applicants.
Okay, thank you all so much for offering us the opportunity to show our solidarity and our support. We have a few brief comments as the Border Network for Human Rights. The Border Network is an organization that facilitates the education, empowerment, and organization of border communities here in El Paso and the southern New Mexico regions. We're an organization that supports sustained, long-term, permanent organizing and empowerment of communities. And so we congratulate Occupy El Paso on this great first step, and we offer our support in terms of creating this into an opportunity for a more organized El Paso, a more empowered El Paso, and we're very happy about that.
Yeah, so our permit is up on Sunday at noon. While we'll be having events throughout this weekend, just kind of to celebrate our time here and get animo to move forward. We did ask the city to occupy another park because we believe we will peacefully leave this park so that people can have their holiday celebrations here, but we do believe we need an alternative. These are public spaces. They are funded by our tax dollars. They are really owned by the people.